Morning veggie lovers, this is going to be our very first what we eat in a day video. We get a lot of questions about what kind of foods we eat, so we thought we'd show everybody in this video today. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also hit that little notification button so you make sure and get all of the updates from our adventures here in Cuenca, Ecuador. So I usually get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and make myself some warm lemon water. So first thing I do is put some water on the boil and squeeze a lemon into this cup. And I usually make a piece of toast with some peanut butter on it. We like this Franco's Organico peanut butter. It's amazing. And this will get me fueled up for my workout. I like to get up and get my workout done first thing in the morning. Alright, it's time for breakfast. We're going to have our typical breakfast of oats this morning with lots of stuff in it. I'll show you everything we put in our breakfast oats that makes it totally amazing. I keep everything together either in the cupboard, the fridge, or the refrigerator so that it's easy to get out. These are our breakfast oats that we're going to use, and I don't cook them, we just eat them raw. And this is maca powder. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. This is amla powder. I keep this in the freezer with the seeds and the nuts. Just to make sure they stay fresh. And this is supposed to help lower cholesterol. It's loaded with antioxidants. Amla powder is made from an Indian gooseberry, so it's basically just dried Indian gooseberries. Then I like some cinnamon, canela in Espanol, and nutmeg, which is nuez moscada in Espanol. Nuez moscada. Nuez means nut. Then I'm going to put some walnuts in there, some sesame seeds, and some pumpkin seeds, or squash seeds here. They're really not pumpkins that they have here, but they call them pumpkins anyway. For our omega-3s, some flax I'm going to grind up in our grinder, and some chia seeds, yum. And then we also throw, because we live in South America, we throw some papaya seeds in ours. They're supposed to help with prevention of parasites. So we just throw a few of these in the grinder along with the chia and the flax. Well, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is grind up the chia and the flax. We do 2 tablespoons of flax, 1 tablespoon of chia, and then I just throw in a few of these papaya seeds. And this is just a regular old coffee grinder. See, that comes out as a nice powder. And now we start the assembly. That's a half a teaspoon I use of the amla and the maca powder. Sprinkle on some cinnamon and some nutmeg, nuez moscada. I almost forgot, we also use this unsweetened almond milk. We get that here. We mainly buy this because it's got calcium fortification, which is important for me and my spine issues. So we wanted to make sure we're getting enough calcium. I had it tested and it was a little low. So drinking this calcium fortified milk. But you can also use rice milk or oat milk. Make your own milk at home. It doesn't have to be fortified unless you have issues that require that. Now we're going to top this with a bunch of fruit before we put the nuts and the seeds on. First thing I like to do is banana. Each of these bowls gets a whole banana. One of the most common nutrient deficiencies in the States is potassium. And according to Greger, we each need to eat like 5 bananas a day just to get the minimum goal. Well, we eat lots of food that have potassium, so we're probably fine. Although I did track it for a month and I was basically like not even at the minimum. Now I have some strawberries that I already prepped the other day. We're almost out of strawberries. In fact, I'm just going to use the rest of these. And now I'm going to cut up a mango. Just cut it kind of on the long side, so like that. Cut each of these off, and then I just cut this here. Cut around the seed. Por por eso te quiero Cuenca. So if you can hear that song, that is the gas man. They deliver propane gas here in a truck. That's what most of these houses run off, is propane gas, not natural gas. And so they drive around playing their music so you know to run out and grab a new tank. Alright, so this is not how you cut a mango. I've seen vegans on YouTube cutting mangoes like this. Not a great idea. Put it on the cutting board and just cut it like this. And then you just butterfly it out like that. And then you just cut off the little pieces. We heard about avocado hand. You don't want mango hand either. So let's put these in our bowl. And you can put any kind of fruit that you like in here. I've seen people put kiwi, pineapple, pretty much any kind of fruit that you like, you can put in there. Now it's time for the blueberries. This is basically like a bowl of fruit with some oatmeal under it, or some oats, not oatmeal. These are sunflower seeds, pumpkin or squash seeds, and some walnuts. I'm just going to break up on top. I think we're ready to eat. Let's see what Amelia thinks of our delicious oats breakfast. What do you think?
It's delicious.
I don't think I can Photoshop makeup.
Or my hair.
Or your hair. Well, the rest of you looks good.
Well, thank you.
It's a little bit before lunch, about 30-45 minutes before lunchtime, and I'm a tad bit hungry, so I'm going to eat a granadilla. This is a granadilla. I like to just cut off the top. It's kind of weird looking on the inside. And I just take a spoon and eat it right out of there. Look at that. Mmm, delish. So if you get hungry, don't eat junk food, eat fruit. Hey, it's finally time to eat lunch. We're gonna have a salad. I usually have my easy garden salad made up ahead of time, but I don't have any of that made today. So I'm just gonna put some onion, some red onion, and some tomato on some of our dark leafy greens and eat that with some walnuts and some walnut vinaigrette. All those recipes can be found on our website, lottaofveg.com. We're also gonna have some jambalaya that Amelia made us yesterday, and we're just gonna heat some of that up and eat that with our lunch, and probably some more fruit. These are some dark leafy greens that I've already got torn up, and we keep these in the refrigerator so it's easier to make my salads when we want to eat. It takes a fraction of the time if you have all this stuff prepared, so if you're in a hurry, you won't have any excuse not to eat your dark leafy green salad because it's already pretty much done. Alright, so now I'm going to cut up my onion, put that on there. Alright, we keep all of our veggie scraps too, and we put them in a bag like this. And we keep this in the refrigerator, and then we use all of this to make our own veggie broth. It saves us about 20 bucks a month on veggie broth. Plus, we're making good use of the scraps because all these will get used in there, so we're not wasting as much. And I have this handy dandy little mandolin. Makes quick work of these. I'm gonna cut this tomato. Ah, the onion's burning my eyes. Ah! Going to put a few walnuts on here. It's important to eat some healthy fats from nuts, seeds, or avocados with your dark leafy greens because a lot of the nutrients in here are fat soluble. So if you don't have any fat in there, it's really hard for your body to get all the nutrients out. A lot of them just don't get absorbed. It's better to use a whole food source of fat like nuts, seeds, or avocados as opposed to processed refined fat like oil. Like what most people think, oil is not healthy. It's a refined food. We also always put oregano on our salads, because oregano is loaded with antioxidants and it tastes good. And we're going to use a date walnut vinaigrette that I made the other day. And you can find the recipe for this on Lotta Veg as well. We just keep this in the fridge. We make a large batch of it and then use it throughout the week. And that's it for the salad. here is the delicious jambalaya that Amelia made us yesterday. I'm going to heat it up in the microwave, and the recipe for this is also on lotofedge.com. Now it's time for some fruit. Eat a slice of pineapple, and Amelia is allergic to pineapple, so she can't have pineapple, but she's kind of eating at her own pace today anyway. And then I have some cantaloupe that I've already cut up. I eat about half of that. And I have this delicious papaya I'm going to cut up. Beets are done. If you hear the hissing and the beeping in the background, that is from our beets that I put in our pressure cooker. Remolachas. ¿Verdad, Amelia? Remolachas in Espanol, or at least in Cuenca. I think that's enough. I think I'm going to save the rest. That's all I want for right now. So I'll put the rest in a container and eat it later.
Hi veggie lovers, it's dinner time and I'm going to whip up a very quick meal of broccoli mushroom stir fry, which you can find on our website, lotofedge.com. I changed it a tiny bit because I decided I want some onion. So I sliced up a small onion, and then I've got a mixture of portobello and cremini mushrooms and some delicious looking broccoli, and I'm gonna put in some spices, and it's gonna be done in no time. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is warm some of our homemade veggie broth because we try to cook with oil as little as possible. So I'm just pouring this all in. This is, like I said, this is really quick and easy.
This is a one pot meal, I guess. We're going to put this over rice,
yes,
right? We already have the rice
which
made.
is already cooked.
What spices are you putting in there?
I am going to use soy sauce.
Oh, well, I was hoping you would show us the container.
I will show you. Chillax, Stone Street. Gosh. Veggie lovers, he's driving me crazy. If he wasn't filming, I'd tell him to get out of the kitchen. Okay, I'm going to use soy sauce, 2 tablespoons.
Salsa de soya?
See, this is salsa de ají oriental. Oriental. So our recipe, or if you see it on our website, it says just to use red chili sauce. So whatever your favorite type of red chili hot sauce is, this one happens to be mine.
This is a delicious sauce.
It is. It's quite spicy, but I like sweet and spicy. So to give you the sweet component, we're going to use some
Date
syrup.
This is a little bit different. We use brown sugar on the website, but we got this date syrup recently, and it's really tasty.
It is.
And it's basically just made from boiled dates.
It's just dates, yeah.
Nothing else in there, but just boiled and reduced dates.
So as you can see, I'm starting to combine, and then I'm still going to add in some garlic powder and an onion powder. Although, I guess I don't need to add as much onion powder since I'm using fresh onion. I don't know why I didn't put any fresh garlic in here. You can certainly use fresh garlic.
No garlic?
Nope. You know, the thing about recipes, unless you're baking, is that they're kind of like a guideline. You don't have to follow them precisely.
Yeah, we sometimes don't follow any recipes. We just throw things in a pan.
Yes.
What is that you're
This
putting?
is the onion powder. Remember how, so this stuff is like so powdery that I have held it over
Cebolla en polvo.
and I've held it over the skillet before, and then it becomes
ruins it.
like cement.
Yeah, so don't
do that with
Don't
your
put your
cebolla
powder.
de polvo.
don't shake your onion powder over a steamy pot. Turns it into rock.
Yes. Okay, and then a little bit of garlic. So I normally do this, which I guess you really shouldn't do either in case it all comes
See, it's already hard.
crashing. See, that's why you shouldn't do it over your skillet.
Don't do it over the skillet. Measure it out.
Unless you like a lot of garlic. So now I'm just gonna cover this and let it steam until the veggies are tender. Shouldn't take, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. I like the broccoli to be crisp tender, not mushy. I don't want broccoli mush.
Yeah, no mushy broccoli.
No mushy broccoli.
Ooh,
Yum.
yum.
I did stir this a couple times during cooking, FYI, and gave it a little test.
A little taste test.
No, a little tenderness
a
test
tenderness
on the broccoli
test.
and a taste test. And I think it tastes pretty darn good.
I'm glad you don't test me with a fork to find out if I'm tender.
Don't tempt me. All right, you ready?
Yes, and we've already heated up our rice, so Amelia's just going to dish it out.
Yep. And I'm sure this is driving JP crazy now because I didn't get a different spoon that's much
She
bigger.
likes using these micro spoons to dish things out.
This is a normal
instead-
size spoon.
Instead of a ladle. That's actually a bigger one than the one she normally uses.
That's not true. God, I use this one a lot.
It smells delicious.
Yes, this made the perfect amount for both of us too, which I like.
I don't know if that's perfect because I may want seconds.
Well,
And that there's no seconds in that pot.
nope, there sure isn't.
Well, we have fresh beets. I'll eat some of those if I'm still hungry.
You will not go hungry. We
Not
have
here.
plenty of food to eat.
Yummy. Are you ready?
See, buen provecho.
Let's eat.
Let's eat.
As I suspected, that wasn't enough food for me. So I heated up some beets and I'm going to put some balsamic on them and use that to help fill me up some more. One last thing for tonight. Papaya. I like to have something a little sweet after dinner. So I usually eat some sort of fruit or a couple of dates. But tonight I'm going to eat the leftover papaya from lunch. That's it for our What We Eat in a Day video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you'll leave us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. And all of the recipes that we've eaten today will be listed in the description below. So go check those out and let us know what you think. We'll see you next time, veggie lovers. What is that? Dog hair? God. Dog hair in our oats. It's a condiment in this house.